We've got very, 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 very bad news this morning. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Yeah, I hate to have you guys start this day off on a bad day, but here we go. The 49ers are going to be without 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy for at least 2 to 5 weeks, at least 2 weeks. 2 to 5 weeks. Bro has turf toe or a form of turf toe, according to Ian Rappaport. Chat, we are cooked. Good morning. We are absolutely cooked. You can beat the Saints with Mac Jones. You might be able to beat the Cardinals with Mac Jones, but 5 weeks? That's crazy, man. It's actually so crazy, dude. Dude, this start to the season, it's been one game. You got George Kittle out probably 4 weeks, and you got Brock Purdy out 2 to 5 weeks. Dude, turf toe is such a nasty injury because it's one of those things that could keep like coming up, and it's hard. I mean, Patrick Willis had to retire because of turf toe, but oh man, I cannot believe it. I'm a little frustrated. I fell to my knees at Denny's today. It was not cool. Let's take a look at the next 2 to 5 games for the 49ers, okay? You got the Saints, you got the Cardinals, you got the Jaguars, you got the Rams and the Buccaneers. You need Brock Purdy to beat the Buccaneers and the Rams. Jaguars, maybe. It's a revenge game for Mac Jones. So Mac Jones could probably muster up a win there. But also, we don't have George Kittle. You don't have George Kittle or Brock Purdy, man. Like, that is huge to not have both of those guys, okay? Cardinals, division game, man. Come on, that's tough. Saints, I don't even want to say it's a dub because you don't have Kittle, you don't have, Purdy. I think Mac Jones can win in New Orleans, but at the same time, it's not a guaranteed. It's not a guaranteed. Oh, man, it's tough. Oh, what a start to the season, huh? In Tonjes, I'm live so early. I woke up. I know this is big news, man. I wanted to get up and get live and talk to y'all because this is huge, man. Man, the first game of the season, bro. What if that's just unfortunate, man. This is why starters should play preseason. I mean, turf toe is gonna happen the way he, honestly, I don't think playing too much in the preseason is the greatest. They should just get away with the preseason, get right to the season. But I don't know, man. The Niners and injuries are it's not a good thing. They're cursed. You never get a break. I know. I agree. This is terrible. Saints D was applying pressure to the Cardinals. They definitely were coming at a high rate on Kyler. So it's not gonna be easy. They got Cam Jordan. And Brock Purdy, if you remember the stats, it was about a 60% pass rush rate, like pressure rate. He was under pressure so much in that game against the Seattle Seahawks. About 60% of the time he was facing pressure. That's not ideal for any quarterback. Not ideal for anybody. Now Mac Jones is going to be behind that line, right? Facing pressure all day, all night. It's going to be crazy. I got to plug in my computer. We're going to die, and then I'm going to be cooked just like Brock Purdy and the Niners. So let's not be cooked here, chat. This is unbelievable to me that the 49ers started out the first game of the season with 2 catastrophic injuries, right? George Kittle, Brock Purdy. It's crazy. They worked out Mike White yesterday. I'm guessing they're going to sign him. And now, when I first heard about this injury yesterday, with Brock Purdy, I was like, okay, they're going to try to get Mike White as an insurance policy. But then we realized they have Martinez as backup quarterback or QB3 on the practice squad. Maybe they need 2 quarterbacks because this injury might be a while because you never know. Maybe Mac Jones is going to be thrown to the wolves behind this O-line. So you definitely need an insurance policy. But Mike White probably going to get signed today. Man. Unbelievable. It's tough, man. We are not beating Arizona, says Carl. It's not going to be easy without Brock and George Kittle. Jeez, man. Unbelievable. I mean, this is tough. You can't be we got 2 division games he might miss. 2 division games that he might miss. That's Arizona and LA. Those are 2 games without Brock Purdy that I don't know if Mac Jones is going to be able to win. Now, I'm not saying that he can't win. I think Mac Jones could come in and carry this offense and be a good game manager. Kyle Shanahan's wanted Mac Jones for years. This is his chance to prove himself, right? Like, hey, man, this is my chance to show what I could do with Kyle Shanahan. But then you also have to remember you don't have George Kittle. So that's going to be tough, man. This could be a lot of pressure on Christian McCaffrey. I feel like they're going to put a lot of pressure on Christian McCaffrey. I mean, he had 31 touches that first game. 31 touches. They got to take a chill pill off of Christian McCaffrey. But Kyle Shanahan's going to want to put a lot of pressure on Christian McCaffrey now. So, oh, man. Against Spencer Rattler, against the Saints, like I said, we probably could beat Spencer Rattler. Not going to lie to you just because, he's Spencer Rattler, but it's because he's Spencer Rattler. This defense is probably what's going to carry the Niners in a Week 2 victory. Like, I honestly think the Niners can beat the Saints without Brock Purdy, without George Kittle. I think we could do it because it's going to be the defense that does it. The defense is going to make a stand, right? Okay, so you win this game, you're 2-0. Then you got to look at it as this. Okay, now you got Arizona, home opener. That's going to be tough to go watch Mac Jones. And then after that, you have the Jaguars at home. And then you go on the road to the Rams. But is that really a road game? Obviously, Levi South, it's a home game. You got 3 home games coming up. You could probably, it's going to be, that Rams game is not going to be easy without Brock. I don't even know. That game was hard enough with Brock Purdy going to be in it because the Rams are a good team and it's a division game. That's going to be a very difficult game. And then you go to Tampa for an early 10 a.m. game. If Brock Purdy has to miss Tampa, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. He might be back by the Falcons game if it's 5 weeks. 2 weeks, he misses the Saints and the Cardinals. He's back for the Jaguars. 5 weeks, he's going to miss all the way up to the Bucs game. But it could be somewhere in between. We don't know. 2 to 5 weeks. That's a long, frustrating time. And turf toe, like I said, it's a very, very nagging injury. It's a chronic injury. And it's just one of those that you're like, oh, man, and it's a pain, right? It's like you can't plan on your foot because your toe's in pain. It limits your mobility. And Brock Purdy needs his mobility, especially with this O-line. Whoo! My man Chris says 3 weeks tops, calling it now. 3's better than 5. I'll take it. Yeah. Man, it is brutal. Flood says, we will know how long if they put him on the short-term IR. Yeah, if they put him on IR, then it tells you everything you need to know, at least 4 weeks, just like George Kittle. George Kittle's expected time frame was 3 to 5 weeks, and they put him on the injured reserve, so that's 4 weeks. They could very well put Brock Purdy on the injured reserve. They definitely could put Brock Purdy on the injured reserve. Can you imagine if Brock Purdy and George Kittle go on the injured reserve after the first week of the season? That's rough. That's a brutal situation to be in, man. I cannot. Oh, man. Jay Guzman says a turf toe needs 6 to 8 weeks to fully recover. I absolutely agree with that statement. It is one of those that takes at least 6 weeks to recover fully, 100%. But we're in the business of NFL, and sometimes you got to come back a little bit before. And, they have amazing trainers and therapists. Well, maybe not the Niners, but, they got very highly paid rehab specialists. But you're absolutely correct. For me, you, and Grandma Sue, if we all get turf toe, there's a certain timeline, and that's usually 6 to 8 weeks. I've had patients with turf toe, and it's just a nagging. I hate it. It's brutal, man. Ah, man. And this is unfortunate for Brock Purdy because he's had a lot of injuries over the last couple of, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, really. He's had some injuries, and that's the thing. It's this O-line is never protecting him, and he's been banged up, The NFC Championship game against the Eagles, that was unfortunate. It got to him. He came back after the UCL, but he was banged up. He had some rib injuries, He had, a couple other little ailments here and there, but he's definitely had some little bumps and bruises. But this one's a very frustrating one because a turf toe could be really nagging. It could be a chronic type thing. It could linger into the season, and I'm not too happy that it was turf toe. That was my biggest concern. I was like, man, I just hope that whatever toe injury he has is not a turf toe. And Ian Rappaport today basically said it's a form of turf toe. So, oh man, Z49er is saying the 49ers need to give him a refund for the Saints tickets. Need to let all the fans go for free. A lot of fans are not happy about these, but injuries happen. It's the risk you take with buying tickets, right? But I don't think most of us signed up to go watch the 49ers throw an offense out with Mac Jones and Jake Tonjes. So it's an unfortunate position for the 49ers. And again, their schedule is not good. This is the early part of the season. You can't afford to really lose games at all. You can't afford to lose games really anytime. So a turf toe, you want to know a turf toe? Basically, it's when the ligaments, the soft tissue, the tendons and stuff inside the toe, they kind of overstretch and they basically inflame, kind of like you sprain your toe joints, but it's a little bit more. They overstretch and then you get inflammation in the toe joint, and it's a very painful, very chronic because your toes all swelled up. And again, trying to put pressure on a swollen ligament, when you weight bearing, right? And when you're standing and you're walking, you play football and you're running and you're trying to do all the things that Brock Purdy has to do, and you're putting all that pressure on that toe, it's just pain the whole time. You honestly can't do anything. You're just your toes limiting everything. You can't really cut. You can't really plan on that foot. And Brock has to improvise. You remember that touchdown pass to Jake Tonjes? I cannot believe he threw that touchdown pass. Now that I know what he had an inflamed toe, and it was, probably hurting the shit out of him, but he was going off adrenaline. The fact that he had that game-winning drive, the fact that he went down there, and I mean, he looked off CMC, he's scrambling, he's looking, and he throws it on a run to Jake Tonjes, who makes a fantastic catch. That's crazy that he did that. It's crazy that he did that with, now that we know it's turf toe. Yeah. It's up to the O-line. Well, we've been saying that. AZ gives us problems. Yeah, AZ gives us so much problems with playing them every year. They're tough. They're pesky. Even if they're like a bad team, like a 2-win team or a 3-win team, one of those 2 to 3 wins is usually the Niners. The Niners have a hard time playing against the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah. So, whew, man, they got to improve that offensive line. Absolutely. Like this should tell the franchise. This should tell Kyle Shanahan. This should tell John Lynch that you can't be cheap. You can't take shortcuts with the O-line. You have to be able to have a dominant O-line. Like, yes, we have some good players. It's embarrassing, says Tej. It's very embarrassing. Like, you have to have play. Like, okay, I get it. Your O-line coach thinks Jake Brendel is the bee's knees. He said it. Oh, he's the bee's knees. Bee's knees by ass. He can't block worth of that. You got Ben Barch, who's the biggest liability on the team. All right, because he cannot stay healthy. This man is a walking injury, and I hate to say it because I like Ben Barch. I think he's a good player, but your ability is your availability. Your availability is your ability to stay healthy, right? You have to be able to stay on the field. Even I don't care if you could be like the greatest player of all time, but if you can't get on the field, it doesn't matter. Like Caitlin Clark, look at the WNBA. She's like her of the WNBA, right? And she cannot stay healthy. And it's like, okay, you're this great talented player, but you can't stay healthy. In the NBA, I remember Greg Odom, dude, could have been him. Could have been him, but he is never healthy. There's so many instances in sports where somebody is so good, but they can never stay healthy, and it just ruins their career, And that's the 49ers with Ben Barch, man. He has talent, but the dude can't stay healthy. And then you have, right, a makeshift O-line. You're just patching it together. And then your backups are guys that probably wouldn't make other teams' practice squad, but they're your starters because you evaluate them and you think they're good. So Niners, you got to improve this O-line. It's getting us wrecked, man. It's wrecking us badly. Niner fans have been crying for an O-line, and I just don't think it's good enough. And they didn't really improve it this offseason. Last year, O-line was a big issue. Okay, you got Trent Williams, but how long is Trent Williams going to be there? I love the guy. But at some point, you need to be able to replace him. They should have got like his heir apparent now and keep him on this team somehow or whatever the case is. He's going to be gone at one point. And who the hell are you going to have at left tackle, right? Dominic Pooney's great. But when he has to really help out Brendel and shift to his side and do things like that, it lessens his impact, And then you don't have a consistent left guard. I like Connor Colby, the rookie, but you're putting all the pressure on a rookie now. They should have really hunkered down on that position. You lost Aaron Banks. You should have went and really hunkered down on that left guard. I know they got Connor Colby, but if he wasn't ready to start because he's a rookie, you could have went and upgraded the Ben Barch position. I think relying on that was not smart. But anyways, we've been wanting a new O-line. Yeah, Brandel, no bueno. Feliciano, everybody wants Feliciano, but he hasn't played football in a long time. He was injured he didn't play last year. He was injured, and he's retired. You think that man can just pick up the pads and throw it on and go back in the field? The dude's probably not even in football shape. But let's be honest with ourselves. I like Feliciano. I know he talks a lot on Twitter and he runs his mouth. He'd get ran over if he came in to the field, put on some pads, and try to suit up in a game because he hasn't played in over a year. Dude, let's cut the shit. We don't want John Feliciano. We want some good players. We want some players that are in shape, ready to go and protect the quarterbacks, not John Feliciano. He can sit on Twitter and continue to run his Twitter fingers. The Twitter fingers. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I'm going to have to call John Lynch and let him know we need some O-line. The Niners could win against the Saints, but after that, it gets a little murky without George Kittle and Brock Purdy. But it's rough. It's tough. I love Brock, man, and I just hope nothing for the best of him. This guy signed a $53 million annually contract, and now he's going to miss some games, which is not what you want. You don't want your franchise $53 million man missing games, man. Third string quarterback is Adrian Martinez, but they're probably going to sign Mike White today. That's my guess. They worked him out. Jay Guzman says, we are cooked, but one game at a time. We're cooked one game at a time. Man, they got to really lean on that defense. Robert Saleh is going to have to prove that he is the guy. He is that man. If Robert Saleh goes crazy in this defense, like leads this team to victories without Brock and George Kittle, that's going to raise some eye. That's going to show you what the strength of this team is. So we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I'm sure we'll get some breaking news about quarterbacks. Nor is Ben Barch out. He was not in practice yesterday. He was limited in practice. Of course, he's limited in practice, but he'll probably play with his knee sprain. They should probably just pull the Band-Aid off and go with Connor Colby and let him go, baby. Let the rook cook. I'm live early. The news happened early as hell. Early AF. What are we going to do? Wait till the end of the day? I had to come on live and talk to y'all, man, before I get ready for the day. I was able to wake up. Shout out to my boy Mihai, who blasted my phone up. I woke up and we were able to get the news to you guys and talk to you about it. But yeah. Ed says, do we know when Watkins might return? He could return this week. He's been limited in practice these last 2 weeks, so he could possibly return this week. Chelsea says it's not that early on the East Coast. I know. I'm a little envious of you guys on the East Coast. Whenever this news comes like this, I'm like, I'm barely waking up. I got the bags under my eyes. I'm like crusty ass eyes. And I'm like, oh my God, we got to get up, break the news and post the news and this and that. Y'all East Coasters been up. You've had your coffee, you've had your eggs, you've had whatever you had in the morning. You're great. It's 5 o'clock here in the morning. It's 8 o'clock in the East Coast. But at the flip side, now, if there's a big sports game or like something important happens at night, y'all are tucked away in your bed, sleeping at night. You know, when it's 9 o'clock here and we got some like crazy game, it's midnight over there, man. So just two sides to it. But yeah, waking up 5 a.m. when it's 8 a.m. for y'all on the East Coast. It's I'm a little envious of that. So sign Manning out of college, bro. Yeah, you sent me a lot of people sent me the news, but I got a text. My phone, I heard the text, go off. You know what? It's crazy. I didn't have my phone on silence last night. I used to never do, and I used to wake up all the time, but I like sleeping now that I get older. So I put my phone on do not disturb, but I missed a lot of stuff. So I might have to stop putting on D&D, but I didn't have it on last night. I woke up, my phone was like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what the fuck? When I get like stuff like that, I know it's not like an emergency situation of like family stuff. So I just know it's like, oh fuck, what happened with the night? Like literally that's what my brain goes to. Now I hope I never get like family emergency stuff, because then I'm really going to be cooked. I'm going to be like, oh no, I wish it was Niner news, not family emergency stuff. But usually when someone blows up my phone, it's Niner related. And I'm just like, oh Christ, here we go. But yeah, the 10 p.m. Monday night game, that's going to be rough, Chelsea. Absolutely. Oh, man. Anyways, Niner fans, I got to get ready for the day. Y'all have a blessed one, as blessed as you can. Stay tuned for updates. Brock Purdy, 2 to 5 weeks with the form of turf toe. We are officially cooked. It's officially Mac Jones season in the Bay. I don't know how you feel. It's going to be very interesting. Y'all have a blessed day. I love you. Go Niners. Brock Purdy, heal up. George Kittle, heal up. Ah, man, what a time to be alive. No more bad news.